Well, we finally made it to the California, day one. We got in probably about 9:30 p.m. It's 2 hours ahead from Hawaii, so let's see, 7:30. So basically, by the time we left, I mean, it was about a 5.5 hour flight, but we were delayed an hour and a half. And on the arrival, the pilot, it was very strange. As he was about to land, he suddenly hit the gas and he took off again. And a lot of people were kind of scared. You know, they thought maybe, some people were saying they thought they were hijacked by terrorists, or, you know, maybe he almost missed the landing field. Maybe he overshot it. We didn't know, but and what it was is he didn't say anything. He should have said something after that, or at least after we landed, something to the effect of like, you know, sorry folks, you know, there was something in the way or something that, you know, didn't seem right. But he could have at least told us, but he didn't say anything. So people left with all these like ideas, and on the bus we were talking about, you know, maybe, you know, what happened? You know, did he overshoot the runway? Was there something in the way? Was, you know, something going on? A lot of people, you know, get freaked out about the, you know, airline, on the airline or anything, you know. And after he skipped the landing, he missed. Then he banked right really strongly. So it was kind of weird. He should have said something. But anyway, day one, we made it to the hotel. We had some problem with the rooms. We couldn't get connecting rooms, so we had to take a connecting room in the wing, the older wing. So the room's a little smaller here, and we could only get smoking. It's not too bad, the smell. I can smell it, but not too bad. But it was more about we needed a connecting rooms. That's the first priority, and so we're here in the older wing. Then after we got that, then we had to order, like, you know, the toilet seats. You know, I mean, it's like the seat that you have handrails that you can put, you know, sit and get up, and then there's also a plastic shower for the chair for the shower within the shower. But the rooms are quite small here, so it's more difficult. You know, the toilet is separate from the main like sink area. In the other wing, it's all part of the same room, so it's much larger. So my dad can't fit his walker through the door. That's one problem. Second is the shower and the toilet are really close, so it's very difficult to, if I'm giving him a shower without me being in the shower, to go back and forth and turn on the water and, you know, get him to sit. And so a little bit tricky. But the main thing was the connecting doors, which we have. So we were able to get, you know, boom, 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 you know, 11, I think 32, 31, 11:30 all together. But again, the rooms are smaller and they're in the smoking section. So we'll see. We'll play it by ear if we should, you know, go on the waiting list, not for tomorrow, but the day after. But let's see, day one, what are the take-home lessons today? We met Kevin, who was one of the porters. There's like Davin and Kevin, really good guys. You know, every time we've gone, we've seen like Davin. I've seen every time. Kevin was the first time, but just the nicest guys. Help, you know, get Dad on the plane. You know, get him through you know, the security and everything. Really, really nice. So all of that went well. I think the most difficult challenge for me was my dad had a couple accidents on the plane about the bathroom, and good thing we had Depends, you know, the adult, you know, diaper that I could change. But you know, as I mentioned before, you have to go to the one handicapped bathroom. There's 5, I think I said, on the plane, 1 in first class, and the other 4, 3 and 1 in the economy and premium area. And there's 1 in the 3 that's a handicap, and that's wider. I go in with him. So today, luckily, it wasn't that busy. I was able to get in and then change his clothes, take off the pants, you know, the Depends, and, you know, throw them into the garbage and clean them up and all. But you know, it's stressful because, you know, there are people waiting, you know, even before and then after. And there was this nicest lady who helped me out. You know, once my dad said he needed to, you know, he can hardly talk because of the Parkinson's, and it's getting weaker and weaker, and I couldn't hear. And I think he said diaper, and then I said diaper, and then so I told the lady next to me, she was from Hawaii, nice lady. She said, I said, would you hold him up, because, you know, he can't stand by himself. Just hold him to the wall. He's leaning against the wall. So I was about to run to get to the seat to get the Depends, the adult diaper in the backpack. But all of a sudden that lady came out. I'm going, oh no, what do I do? So when she came out, I asked the lady, I said, I'm going to put him in and sit him down, take off his pants, sit him down. Would you just, I'm going to close the door. Could you just guard the door and tell everybody that I'll be right back. I'm going to get the diaper and I'll be back. And my dad's in there. So she agreed. And so I put him down, took off his pants, put him down, got out the door, asked the lady, ran to, we were like two rows up, so frantically searching for like the white, the clean flushables, the ones that are damp, to clean that up and the Depends. And then I found it, and then I rushed back in. She was at the door, guarding the door, and then I went in and I thanked her, and then I locked it, and I was able to get that cleaned up and all. So that was once, but the second time. So I don't know if he was having like stomach problems, but he's, it could have been from the boost. We gave him boost, but he didn't know either, And it was just fortunate that after the second time, and it wasn't too bad the second time, but at least I was ready. I had all my equipment in his backpack, like the flushables, the whatever, Kleenex, everything, I was ready at least, but the first time was a big surprise. But I had, this morning when I got up, I didn't feel so good for whatever reason, and I took my Imodium, which is for diarrhea, out from my suitcase, which I usually leave it, and I put it into my hand carry. So fortunately, so after the second time with my dad, I gave him the Imodium, and I just wanted to get through. We still had 2 hours left, but fortunately we were able to get through, and we got, okay. So maybe next time I should bring, instead of 2 Depends, and maybe need 3. I'm not sure, but that never happened before. It was the first time. So you just got to be ready to expect the unexpected. It's just it requires a lot of patience, of course, but also like critical thinking, problem solving, to be able to react really quickly. So you're patient with your parent or your mom or dad or your relative, but when something happens, you got to be able to think and act quickly. If anything, that's what this has taught me. So as far as the flight, I would say Omni Airlines, you really get what you pay for, right? I mean, it's a very reasonable package. Omni is a charter flight, and they fly back and forth, and those flight attendants, you see all the time, they're the same ones that go back and forth. They don't seem that very excited about their job. I mean, they're nice people and all, but I'm sure that it gets kind of mundane or routine. So I wouldn't say the service is that great. Out of a 5, maybe a 3, I would give them. Food, sorry, I think it's an additional $50 or $75 for the premium seat, and that's to sit in the front. The premium seat's advantages is you're closer to the front, and I think you get to board before the back economy, so you get those two, and then you get the bento. But the bento is really samishi in Japanese, means it's really kind of small, and the word is lonely, but that's not the samishi has a bigger word, has a bigger meaning, like it's kind of sad. A hot dog, Spam, and 2 pieces of chicken. Not the healthiest, but more than that, it was like, the rice is in the little plate, plastic container, but it's like this, not even half an inch. So if that's the reason that you're going to sit in premium, I wouldn't. It's not worth, if it's $50 or $75, it's not worth that. In the back, they're getting like a chicken sandwich. I ate that the last time. It was better than the bento. So, it's really up to you. But supposedly we are closer to the bathroom, but the bathroom, the one with 3, is behind us. So, you can't keep looking like that. Whereas if you sit in the back economy, you can always see if the bathroom is clear. You kind of run up there, or I jet up there for myself, or if my dad, if I can get him up there in time, I said, Dad, you want to go to the bathroom? So and again, it's up to you. And so I would say for the food, maybe a 1 out of 1 through 5, 5 being the highest, maybe a 2 at the most. But the fruit platter, you got a choice of the bento or the fruit platter. My sister ordered my dad the fruit platter. The fruit platter was quite good, 3 pieces of pineapple, strawberry, and some grapes, nice big grapes, and then a little salad, very, very little, but It was that one was much better than the bento. So if you're gonna get, unless you like, but of course you may not feel that filled up. But they also give you a little bun too, so it's up to you. But I didn't think the bento was worth it. So on the food, I'd give it a low one, maybe 1.1. Especially, I live in Japan, and just the everyday cheap convenience store bento is way, way, way better than that. The bento in the stores for that, maybe 250 yen, maybe $2.50, maybe. So if you're paying $50, for that mainly, I don't think that the seats are the same for premium and economy. So that's no difference, except you have on the back, it's just premium. If there's some status or you enjoy having that, being able to say I flew by premium, then that's fine. So overall service, maybe a 3. Food, maybe a 1.5. So what I really do like, and I think is done well, is that vacations Hawaii people in Hawaii and the ones after you land are very friendly and very helpful. And even after you land, they're very helpful with getting the wheelchairs down and getting, like my dad, to the bus. And then they're along the way with their purple signs saying, with the little blinking red lights saying, Vacations Hawaii, and they're there so you don't get lost. I really like the Vacations Hawaii service and the hospitality. I think they do it very well. They have people on both ends, and so from the moment you land, you arrive in Honolulu International Airport, then in Niue International Airport, there's a wheelchair waiting. They'll bring in a wheelchair, they'll check you in, the porter will take you through. It's really, really well done. And when you arrive here, you come out, or you wait to the end, everybody comes out, and then the wheelchairs go down, and then they bring you to the bus. You do take the last bus, but that's not that big a deal. So overall, I was very happy with that. So the entire package, I said really good things. Service on the plane and the food, not the best, but again, it's a package deal, it's a chartered flight. The people are nice. It's just that you can tell that they've done this a lot of times, and no one's really that excited. But I guess it's hard to be excited every day, with the same type of job, charter flights, very similar, maybe kinds of people. I don't know, different people, but I'm not sure. So that's what I have to say for day 1. Dad, normally when we were younger, he'd always want to play, but luckily we were able to, after dinner, we were able to, we had a good dinner. We went down to the marketplace and ate, and then we came right up, and it took him about almost an hour and a half to brush his teeth, and he flosses, and he does all these things, and everything. It takes about an hour and a half. We give him his medication too. Before his meal, we give him his medication down at the restaurant, and then up here we gave his eye drops, and I put on his CPAP mask, and then he was down sleeping at 12:08 a.m. Las Vegas time, which is actually 10:08 in Hawaii, and now it's almost a little past 1 a.m. here in Las Vegas. I'm gonna go to bed too. It's actually 11, but I'm quite tired. I'm trying to again adjust the clock. So all in all, a good day that we made it. A couple of high tension moments in the bathroom, in the toilet on the plane with my dad, but my sister was way in the back relaxing and probably laughing, but there's nothing she could do, and I have to go in with my dad, and she, it's harder for her to do that. So just taking care of business, I guess. Then tomorrow, my dad's cousin Alvin and his wife, and our cousin, second cousin Wendy, and Brian Tanaka will come, and Randall, my dad's cousin, I think they arrived today from Los Angeles. We timed it to be the same because my dad, his favorite is playing craps, dice on the crap table, and it's too fast, and I don't understand. And Alvin and Randall, his two cousins, play really well and play a lot and big, so they help him out. It's really nice of them. So that's my dad's biggest enjoyment. He does like to play like the poker machines, but not anymore so much. Maybe because my mom can't come, he doesn't have a companion. There's one of us around, but maybe that. But And he likes the action of the throwing the dice. I mean, he used to play before he got sick sometimes, but now that seems to be like the main. So we'll do our best. I'm glad I made it okay. Got a little bit of a headache because, I don't know, maybe the getting up early and, maybe it's a smoky room. No. So anyway, signing off for today, day one, still alive, and I'm happy we made it all in one piece. Night.